In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to master webhooks in n8n, exploring both their fundamental principles and how you can apply advanced techniques for robust and secure integrations. Let's get started by diving into the basics of n8n webhooks. At the heart of webhooks in n8n lies the webhook trigger node. This particular node acts as the starting point for a workflow whenever it receives a request from an external application to its unique URL. Essentially, it's like setting up a switch that listens for a specific signal to kickstart your processes. As we dive deeper, it's crucial to differentiate between test and production URLs. N8n provides distinct URLs for these environments. The test URL is a handy tool that allows you to grasp sample data and develop your workflow without accidentally activating it in the real world. On the other hand, the production URL is designed for when you're ready to go live. It requires having an active workflow to function, so keep that in mind when switching between testing and launching. Now let's talk about how to listen for events when using the test URL. You need to activate the Listen for Test Event feature in the webhook trigger node. This ensures that when a test request hits the URL, your workflow is poised to collect that data, enabling you to tweak and perfect your setup before pushing live. Regarding HTTP methods, webhooks primarily utilize GET and POST. While GET is employed for retrieving data, POST is used for sending data to the server. It's essential to configure the correct method both in n8n and within your external applications to guarantee seamless interactions between them. Once you've received a request, how your webhook responds is also integral. You have the flexibility to set the webhook to respond immediately, wait until the last node in the workflow finishes, or leverage a dedicated Respond to Webhook node, which permits tailored responses according to your specific needs. Moving on to advanced techniques, let's begin with webhook configuration. In real-world scenarios, always opt for POST when sending data. It's considered more secure and is the standard for data submission practices. However, securing your webhooks goes beyond selecting the right HTTP method. It involves authentication. By enabling options like Basic Auth, Header Auth, or JWT Auth, you can effectively prevent unauthorized access and protect your workflows from unwanted triggers. Finally, consider customizing the path of your webhook URL. Doing so can significantly improve organization, making your URLs more readable and easier to manage over time, especially as your projects grow in complexity. By mastering these basics and advanced techniques, you are on your way to maximizing the potential of webhooks in n8n. Take these insights, explore the possibilities, and create powerful integrations with confidence. Thank you for joining me today.